Ladies and gentlemen, please find your seats. Our event will begin momentarily.
Do you want one, sir? I got one here. Keep that one over there. Okay. And I'll just put this in here. Just spare one there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 135th Commencement at Missouri Military Academy. The flags you see on the stage this morning represent the international cadets from 9 countries who have attended our great institution this school year. Our cadets here have also come from 28 states to attend MMA. Now, please rise for Missouri Military Academy's class of 2024. The graduating class has been offered just under $5 million in the scholarships, and we led today by Major Peggy Raynard, our most senior faculty member. The invocation will now be read by Battalion Sergeant Major-Elect Cadet Sedina Jope.
Let us pray. Gracious God, you are our creator, our protector, and we praise your name. As we gather here today to celebrate a new future with new people and new experiences, let us not forget the blessings that follow behind us. Thank you for the Academy, which has given us a safe place to learn and a strong foundation to build upon as we take the next step into your world. Thank you for our teachers who have cared for us, and thank you for our families who have cheered us on to the finish line with love and stood by our sides through the many bumps in the road. And on this day, we especially thank you for the friends that we have found among our brothers. Strengthen us to continue to live as you would have us live, lifting high values, the values we have learned: love, honor, truth. We ask this in Jesus' name, amen.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by the Battalion Commander-Elect, Cadet Mason Brooks.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 11th President of Missouri Military Academy, Brigadier General Richard V. Geraci, United States Army, retired, will make his remarks.
Stand. staff and faculty, families and friends, and the Corps of Cadets. Welcome to Missouri Military Academy's commencement for the 135th Corps of Cadets. I would like to begin my short remarks by recognizing our wonderful faculty, company leadership advisors, and coaches. They have played a significant part in guiding our seniors to this important milestone in their lives, graduation day. Through their active involvement and personal care, in and outside the classroom, this team of professionals have guided our graduates to take command of their future. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. To our parents, grandparents, and families, thank you for being steadfast partners, supporting our staff, faculty, and coaches, and for allowing us to be part of your cadets' growth and transformation. You have given your cadet a tremendous gift by investing in his education at MMA. You will continue to get a great return on your investment and your sacrifice. I want to offer the same advice that I have given many graduates based on my personal experience. It is through serving others in some capacity that you will have the greatest chance of finding purpose, happiness, and success. Our best leaders seek to serve others. All of you have the capacity to be that type of servant leader. You graduate today with more than a high school diploma. You have MMA's core values to guide you on life's journey. You know what right looks like and how to avoid lazy man's disease. You are equipped with the ability to overcome adversity, the power of self-discipline, and the MMA brotherhood, a bond of love, trust, and friendship that will keep you connected and supporting each other for the rest of your lives. Your graduation from MMA is a significant milestone as you take command of your future. We are tremendously proud of you and confident in your ability to achieve every goal that you set for yourselves. The best of luck to each of you. Thank you.
The President will now present the Commencement Awards. The Dick Abbott Bob Albright Class of 1949 Faculty Award for Excellence in Teaching is awarded to the outstanding teacher for the 2023-2024 school year, as voted for by the faculty. This year's recipient is Mr. Eric Evertson. The company with the highest disciplinary standing is Echo Company. Receiving this award is Cadet Mason Brooks, Echo Company Commander. The company with the highest athletic standing is Charlie Company. Coming forward to accept this award is the company commander, Cadet Braden Phelps. The M Club Company Award goes to the company having the most athletes lettering in 2 sports. This year, the award goes to Charlie Company. The Thomas R. Wiles Company Spirit Award has been given in honor of former senior Army instructor for the Vietnam War, Thomas R. Wiles. This year's Company Spirit Award goes to Bravo Company. The company with the highest scholastic standing is Charlie Company, with an average grade point of 3.37. The company with the highest military standing is Band Company. Band Company Commander Jason Dale will come forward to accept his award. The outstanding performance by a company commander for the year 2023-2024 is awarded to Nathan Dempsey. The honor company for 2023-2024 is Bravo Company. The Robert H. Weaver Memorial Award is awarded to the person who best exemplifies unconditional effort on behalf of the Academy and the Corps of Cadets towards the goals established by the Parent and Alumni Committee, with the unceasing drive and commitment to preserve throughout this year in bettering life at the Academy for the Corps of Cadets. This year's winners are James and Kristen Hollum. Thank you for your wonderful support to the Academy. Would you please come to the stage? The Dorsey Anderson Class of 1895 Cup for the cadet exerting the most gentlemanly example goes to Luis Ochoa. The Don Hooten Class of 1919 Fellowship Cup recognizes the cadet senior considered most valuable to the institution. It is awarded to Cadet Evan Batson. And now for our top awards. The Charles A. Wall Cup in honor of Stoney Wall, Class of 1922, is the second highest leadership award given. It is awarded to a cadet who best typifies those ideals of character, leadership, scholarship, and service upon which the Academy was founded. When the cadet winner's name is announced, would his family please stand and be recognized? This year, the cup is awarded to Cadet Bradley Thumby. First awarded in 1918, the Legion of Honor is the highest award which can be given to a cadet who demonstrates industry, integrity, leadership, and loyalty to MMA. When the cadet winner's name is announced, would his family please stand and be recognized? Our recipient this year is Cadet Gabriel Iglesias. The Dean will present the second highest academic distinction, that of Salutatorian. When the cadet winner's name is announced, would his family please stand and be recognized? This year's Salutatorian is Cadet Braden Phelps. The Dean will also present the Dr. James C. Olson Award, donated by the former University of Missouri president. This award is given to the cadet with the highest scholastic scholarship at the class of 2023-2024 and deem him the class of 2024 valedictorian. When the cadet winner's name is announced, would his family please stand and be recognized? Please welcome Cadet Gabriel Iglesias. The valedictorian will now present his remarks.
Well, that was inconvenient. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to start off this speech by thanking the Commandant's Department, faculty and staff, MMA alumni, MMA families, and the 135th Corps of Cadets for being here this morning. The world that we live in today is full of dangers, deadly diseases, wars, natural disasters, and hand sanitizer for some cadets. And despite all the odds and adversity, we still managed to make it to graduation day, so let's give us a big round of applause. It feels as if only some days ago when we welcomed the new cadets during the fall for New Boy Company. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, we have found ourselves at commencement. The days of everlasting review practice, pointless early reveille for some, and mandatory sports are behind us. We seniors have met all the requirements for graduation, even the least enjoyable, Major McClary's class. Let's give it up for him. All of this has come to an end, and we're now just minutes away from the dean to declare us graduates of Missouri Military Academy. To be frank, I think that after today, it will be a couple of years until we begin to look back on our experience at MMA. What each of us will recall will certainly be different. Some will recall great memories, and some may not. But what all of us will remember will be our friends, our brothers, fellow upper and underclassmen that made the difference in our everyday lives as cadets. I want to emphasize something that last year's commencement speaker, Rick L, class of '93, said to the graduating class of that day. He said that today is the last day the graduating class will be sitting together in the same room. Let that sink in for a minute. I'm grateful to say that I have attended Missouri Military Academy, but I am even more grateful for the classmates that I've been given. In my case, MMA has given me brothers from the US, from Mexico, from Rwanda, from Mongolia, from China, from Brazil, Portugal, Uganda, and of course, from El Salvador. In my opinion, the invaluable gift MMA has given us is not the diploma we will receive, but our classmates, those that are sitting next to you right now. Those who made our days a bit more enjoyable during those days we did not want to be here. The beauty behind the MMA brotherhood is that it expands across all ages, cultures, and borders. It goes years behind us, and there's still many years to come. Even to this day, whether we realize it or not, alumni still contribute to making our experience while at MMA better. Mr. Schaefer, for example, who's loved within the Corps, who 30 years after his graduation came back to the academy just to help each and every one of us. Sorry, sir, I didn't mean to make you feel old there. Cadets, I encourage you to look to your left and to look to your right and truly let each other know how grateful you are for their friendships. I encourage you to reflect on how slim the odds were that both of you ended up in a military boarding school in the middle of nowhere, and yet you got to know one another. I encourage you to reflect on the friendships you have gained over this year or past years and thank one another. Because after today, it might be years until you see one another. I encourage you to give each other one last strong hug. And if you're not really a hugger, like we would say, then dab each other up one last time. Finally, I invite you to analyze how much you have grown from a teenager to a young man during your time at MMA. To really look back on your old habits and compare them to your new ones. And ask yourself if you have changed for good. You might have realized that one way or another, you might be a little more disciplined, resilient, or respectful than you were before. After this analysis is finished, I think most of you will most likely reach the conclusion that you're a better man than what you were before you stepped foot on campus. Lastly, I would like to give my thanks to the Commandant's Department for the relentless effort that is given towards the well-being of cadets, to the faculty members that teach and guide cadets through this journey, and to all the alumni that have traveled from afar to be here this morning. I would also like to thank my family for supporting me every day throughout this long journey, especially my parents for trusting their last and youngest child to an institution thousands of miles away from home. Dear brothers, if there's anything you take from today, it's that to leave a legacy and achieve greatness is not to get money or recognition. It is to leave those with whom you cross paths with a little more happiness than before. As we reflect on our journey and look towards the future, let us remember these values. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless America, God bless MMA, and God bless the class of 2024. Thank you.
We now have the introduction of the commencement keynote speaker by Cadet Miles Matthews, the 2024 winner of the Wallace Fry Speech Competition.
At this time, I would like to introduce our commencement speaker, Colonel Rick L. Grabowski, U.S. Marine Corps retired, who currently serves as the Academy's commandant. He joined MMA in June 2016 as the adjutant, assisting with the logistics and administration for the Corps of Cadets residential life. He was promoted to the position of Commandant of Cadets in 2017. In this role, he has led the Academy's residential life division, ensuring a safe, healthy living environment for the Academy's middle and high school cadets. He joined MMA after completing a distinguished 35-year career in the United States Marine Corps, beginning as an enlisted Marine and culminating as the Chief of Staff for the Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island, and Eastern Recruiting Region Headquarters. In this role, he oversaw 20 senior executive managers, 2,000 military support personnel, and a civilian workforce of over 1,400 employees. The Colonel is a combat veteran with service in Iraq. He holds numerous military awards and honors recognizing his exemplary service. His awards include the Legion of Merit Medal, Bronze Star with V for Valor, Meritorious Service Medal, Combat Action Ribbon, Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, Humanitarian Service Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Presidential Unit Citation, War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal, and the War on Terrorism Service Medal. Colonel Grabowski holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Criminal Justice and Psychology from Truman State University, a Master of Science degree in National Security and Strategic Studies from the U.S. Army War College, and another master's degree in Military Operational Art, Science, and Studies from the U.S. Marine Corps Command and Staff College. He is an avid outdoorsman, history buff, a power paragliding enthusiast, and a stained glass artist. Please join me in welcoming Colonel Grabowski to the podium.
Thank you, Cadet Matthews. General Geraci, sir, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for your leadership and your guidance that has taken this academy to the next level. It's been a joy since the time I got here and first met you the year after I arrived, and it's been a sheer honor. To the faculty and the staff, we have representatives from Kemper, we have representatives from MMA alumni. I want to thank each and every one of you again for a fantastic year, getting these 40 souls that are sitting down here in front of us ready for the next step. To the parents, the loved ones, the family and friends of these young men that are down here in front of us, the seniors of the 135th Corps of Cadets, I want to thank all of you for being here today. I know you would not have missed this for the world. I'm a father of three. In my bio, I spent 35 years on active duty, and unfortunately for two of those three, I missed their high school graduations and a number of recitals, soccer games, and special events because of overseas deployments and commitments that I was involved in. But I have a younger son who is now a grad student at the University of Iowa. I've got to see him graduate from both high school and from college. And I got to tell you, I know firsthand the elation, the joy, the satisfaction that you're feeling right now. And I'm excited to be here with you to share that today. And again, congratulations on the milestones that these young men have achieved today by graduating. And thank you for your trust, your confidence. It's not easy to give your most precious loved one to perfect strangers. But thank you for your partnership to help us get them from the start of their journey to this point today. Now to the class of 2024, the 135th Corps, primarily to you 40 seniors that are sitting before me. Let me just say this to you. I am immensely proud of each and every one of you. I want to remind you of the saying that's on the wall to your right, if you can see it. I am the master of my fate. You've seen it before, we've talked about it. I would tell you all that at the beginning of your journey here to this point, we've been teaching you how to be the master of your fate. But after today, when you take that step off this stage and you go out there to the real world, you will be making decisions that will define that you are the master of your destiny. The people behind you, the people behind me cannot go with you from this point on. We'll always be there to advise you and to do whatever we can to help. But from this day on, you're on your own. You're young men. And you're going to be making decisions that are going to impact your life. Regardless of whether you came here 6 years ago or a year ago, every one of you have taken a journey, and that journey has been challenging. That journey has been, it started whenever you got here. Every one of you did the same thing. You participated in the same event. It was called the resolution ceremony. If you remember that simple 15-minute exercise, either on that hot August afternoon or that brisk and cold January afternoon, depending on when you got here, when you went through that ceremony, and we made you take a pledge, the resolution pledge. And in that pledge, it talked about honesty, it talked about integrity, excellence in everything you will do. It talked about respect for others. It talked about noble thoughts turning into noble deeds. The reason we had you take that resolution ceremony, and it's been a part of this campus as far back as anyone can remember, is because it was to kickstart your transformation that would last a lifetime. And as I said earlier, whether that journey was 6 years or 1 year, the challenges along the way have been great. We have impressed upon you, the faculty here, the alumni, the parents that sent you here. We've impressed upon you a series of core values along the way. We've given you an outstanding education. We've given you outstanding opportunities at the athletic programs. That was the cement of your foundation. But like all good construction projects, you need to have more than just cement. You need to have rebarb in there to reinforce that concrete. And that rebarb were the intangible benefits that we've taught you every day that you've been here. Honor, courage, moral courage, commitment, selfless service, respect, loyalty, integrity, accountability, leadership. Every day you have been involved in a leadership position, mentoring these young men behind you, leading them along their way. I would tell you, if you went out to the public schools, you'll get good education out there. They got great teachers. My daughter's a teacher in a public school, and they work hard just like our teachers. But the difference between what they provide and what we provide are those intangible, hard life skills that you're going to be taking with you today to help you become the master of your fate. You've accomplished a lot. And today, at this milestone, and believe me when I tell you, this is one of many. The journey does not stop today. It continues. It continues. There's going to be many more milestones in your life, but this is really the first one. Now, the general gave you some guidance or gave you some thoughts. I'm going to give you some myself, and then I'm going to get off this podium and end this conversation. You guys have heard me talk about this before, and I'm going to share it with you again today. I've got a younger son. He's a grad student. He came back this week up at home. I went up to visit with him on Monday and Tuesday, and he's going to be doing an internship in Burlington, Iowa for city planning. And he's very excited about that internship. And like you guys, my son grew up in a very structured environment under my and my wife's supervision. And if you can guess what I said to him when he walked in the morning, came into the kitchen. I hadn't seen him for a couple weeks. The first thing I asked him is, when's the last time you shaved? And he said, been a couple days, Dad. And I said, well, where's your razor? And he said, it's up in Iowa City, which is about an hour and a half away. And I said, why don't you get in your car and drive back up there and get it? And by the way, while you're up there, get your belt and bring it back with you because you don't have one. Well, he got a little bit sarcastic. I put him up against the wall for 15 minutes, just like we do you guys, and he got squared away real fast. All joking aside, he Me and him went up to Burlington, Iowa, which is where he's going to do his internship, and he's all excited, just like you guys are today, with the future that's ahead of you. And he asked me, he said, he showed me his office he's going to be working at in the internship. He's going to be working with a cadre of professional city planners that are working on projects. Some of these men go up to the university and lecture, and he wants to make a good impression like we all do. And he asked me, what would you recommend that I do? Because I'd like to come back here next year after school and possibly work for these people. And I told him the same thing I told you and the same thing that you do every day here. And this is the guidance. If you want to get out there and you want to be the masters of your fate, there's only 4 things that you really need to do. The first one is get up on time. The second one is get ready on time. Third one is to show up on time and finish your task on time. It's easy to do, but it's hard to do because it takes resiliency, it takes discipline, it takes initiative. And if you don't believe me, many of you have got parents, family back here that have been in business, that are successful in their ventures. Ask them the value of an employee who shows up on time and gets his work done on time. I've been in leadership positions for 50 years. And I can tell you, there isn't very many people out there, even in the service and in this private sector, that get up on time and show up on time. The other thing I would share with you as a bit of advice, if you're the smartest man in the room, you're probably in the wrong room. Cadet leaders have heard me say this before. Surround yourself with your best and brightest. If you do that, they're going to pull you and push you to the next level. If you got people that are working for you, make sure you pick the best ones because they'll serve you well. And then the last bit of wisdom I would give you is do not be afraid of failure. All of us fail at some point. The question is, the real talent is, don't repeat the same mistake over and over. Accept constructive criticism. Seek it. That's not a sign of weakness. And for God's sakes, don't make excuses. Correct the action and move on. If you do that, you're going to be the masters of your fate. I see and meet a lot of people that are skeptical about the product that we produce here. But I'm going to tell you what, if I could get those naysayers in here to this graduation, I'd bring them up here on this stage, and I would point out, all I'd have to do to show the product that we create is point out to them U.S. Naval Academy, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, University of Monterrey, Mexico, Monterrey Technical College, Washington State, VMI, Oklahoma State, University of Indiana, University of St. Louis, Southern Methodist, University of Iowa, University of Missouri, Arizona State. And on the backside of that, to help these 40 young men, to help you gentlemen, is almost $5 million in scholarships and tuition assistance. That says a lot about this school and what we do here. Now, to wrap this up, when I was 17 years old, 2 weeks after I graduated from high school, I was not the man that you gentlemen are. I didn't have the academic rigor. I didn't have the discipline. I was an athlete, and I chased girls. And when I asked my counselor why wasn't I going to get to go to college, he said, because you didn't chase the books. You need structure. My dad, being a military man, told me that the service would be a good option for you, and they would do good with you if you go there, give you that structure that you need. And by providence, I joined the Marine Corps, which was my MMA on steroids. The things they did with me are the same things that we did and I've tried to do with you here every day that you've been here. whether that journey's been 6 years or it's been a year. It was the Marine Corps that taught me to get up on time, get ready on time, report on time, and get your job done on time. Surround yourself by your best and brightest, and accept failure, but don't repeat it. When I was going out to get into the recruiter's car 2 weeks after my graduation, I was nervous and I was scared. I was like you guys at the rappel tower. When you're at the bottom floor, everybody's giddy, laughing, hooping and hollering. I'm going to bound off this thing so far. But as you get closer to the top of that rappel tower, everybody gets quiet because the tower is swaying, it's moving, we're scared of heights, and everybody's definitely quiet because now this is a much different. The same thing with me going in the military. I was terrified. My dad went out to the car with me after I said goodbye to my mother and my sisters. He grabbed my hand, shook it firmly, and he said, remember who you are and remember where you came from. You will do well. And he was telling me, remember your core values that I have taught you. And remember you come from our family and you will do well. And then he shared with me a quote. 1 Corinthians 13:11, and I think most of you have heard me say this before, and I know many of you family members back there have heard this. But when I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. But when I became a man, I put away my childish things. My dad looked at me and repeated what he had said just a few minutes earlier. Remember who you are, remember where you came from, and put away your childish things because today you become a man. You become the master of your destiny, and I charge every one of you the same thing. Remember who you are, remember where you came from, both from your homes and from here, the Missouri Military Academy, and what we've given you, that long, hard journey. Remember to show up on time, get your work done on time, and put your childish things away. I'm not going to wish you best of luck because you don't need it. I'm going to steal a quote from General Geraci. You don't know how good you are. You do not know how good you are. You're going to go out there and you're going to make us proud. I know it. God bless. Thank you.
The President will now make a presentation to the commencement speaker. Cadet Thumby, Cadet Zhao, and Cadet Iglesias will now present our commencement speaker an MMA shirt and picture of the Commandant with the Corps of Cadets. At this time, our band and pipes will play The Crags of Tumbledon. It is a combined piece of music being played today as a salute to the graduating class of 2024.
Will the class of 2024 please rise? President Geraci, I have the honor to present the graduating class of 2024. These talented young men have satisfactorily completed the program of studies as prescribed by Missouri Military Academy, accredited by the Independent Schools Association of the Central States, and therefore I recommend they be awarded their high school diplomas. Class, please be seated.
The class of 2024 has been offered more than $4.9 million in scholarships this year. Please come forward to receive your diploma from the President as your name is read. Jose Anguiano. Braden Atterbury. Evan Batson. Pablo Belmonte. Tyler Bean. Ian Carlson. Maximo Castillo Torres. Justin Daigle. Francisco de la Maza. Nathan Dempsey. Connor Edwards. Aaron Elford. Kaimani Erskine. Nathaniel Espinoza. Caleb Garner. Gaston Gastelum. Matthew Hollum. Gabriel Iglesias. Edward Keith. Emiliano Loredo. Joshua McCart. Andrew McConnell. Landon Meyer. Michael Middleton. Connor Moore. Juan Newlands. Alexander Nikas. Luisa Choa. Kantushig Odbatar. Russell Olson. Gabriel Ontiveros. Paulo Pereira. Braden Phelps. William Remchart. Joseph Roach. Bradley Thumby. Angelo Urdaneta. Javari Watson. Samuel Way. Z.D. Zhou.
Will the class of 2024 please rise? By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I now declare you graduates of Missouri Military Academy.
If you haven't already, please rise as Cadet Justin Daigle leads us in the singing of Old MMA. The lyrics may be found on page 10 of your program. Upon completion of the song, please remain standing for the benediction given by the Battalion Sergeant Major-elect.
Old MMA, no school shall dim thy fame, no sun shall give thee shame, no sun forget thy name, old MMA. Our hearts are bound to thee in love and loyalty. Steadfast thy sun shall be for MMA.
Please hear these words of benediction. Holy God, we ask your blessing on all those who graduate today. Bless them for this day with goodness and love. Help them stay true to their dreams, to use their gifts wisely, and to walk into the future with faith, hope, and great love. Amen.
Please remain standing while our graduates, led by Major Peggy Raynard and the faculty, exit the building. Immediately following commencement, you are invited to join us on front campus for the final formation of the class of 2024.